Some things are already there before anyone says a word. You don't need confirmation. You don't need clarity. Because somewhere beneath everything, you both feel it. It's not loud, it's not obvious, but it's real enough that neither of you questions it. And the strange part, no one brings it up. Not because it's unclear, but because it isn't. So you leave it where it is, unspoken, untouched. You continue like everything is normal. Same conversations, same interactions. Nothing on the surface changes. But underneath, there's awareness. A quiet understanding that something deeper exists. Something neither of you names, but neither of you ignores. You feel it in the way you're more present around them. The way your attention shifts without trying. And slowly, it starts to show. Not in big, obvious ways, in the smallest details. A moment that lingers just a little longer. A pause that feels slightly more intentional. A look that holds, like it almost means something more. Nothing you could clearly explain, nothing you could point to directly, but enough that you notice, enough that you feel the difference. And that's when it becomes clear, this didn't just appear, it's been building, quietly, in ways that were easy to miss until they weren't anymore. Number one, you naturally focus on each other. You don't try to notice them. You just do. Your attention shifts naturally, without effort, without intention. Out of everyone, they're the one your mind returns to. First, you walk into a space, and somehow you're already aware of them. Where they are, what they're doing, whether they're there at all. You don't search for it, it just happens. Like your focus has already chosen them before you even realize it. And it's not just once, it becomes consistent. Your attention keeps finding its way back, again and again. You could be in the middle of something, a conversation, a thought, a moment, and still, part of you is tuned into them. Not obviously, not in a way others would see, but enough that you feel it. You notice the smallest things, their presence, their absence, the slight change in their mood. Things that wouldn't matter with anyone else, matter with them. And you don't question it, you don't stop it, because it feels natural, too natural, like they've become a quiet priority without ever asking to be one. You don't decide to focus on them, it happens on its own. Your attention moves toward them the way it moves toward something familiar, something important. And the strange part, they do the same. You feel it, in the way their attention finds you, not randomly, not occasionally, consistently. You notice how quickly they become aware of you, how their focus shifts even in a room full of distractions. It's subtle, but unmistakable. You say something small, and they catch it. Immediately, you change your tone, and they notice. You don't even have to try, because somehow their attention is already on you. And that's when it starts to feel different. Because this isn't just familiarity, this is awareness. Intentional, but unspoken. You don't treat them like everyone else. They don't treat you like everyone else. There's a quiet priority there, one that isn't explained, one that doesn't need to be. And over time, it becomes impossible to ignore. Because attention like this doesn't happen without reason. It doesn't stay this consistent without something deeper behind it. You don't have to ask why they stand out to you, and they don't have to ask why you stand out to them. It's already happening, naturally, without effort, without force. They become the first person you notice without even trying. And that's when you realize this isn't something you created. It's something that's already there, quietly, constantly, pulling your attention back to the same place every single time. Number two, you both hold back, but stay close. You hold back, but you don't leave. You control what you say. You choose your words carefully. You filter your reactions. You stop yourself right before it becomes too real. You don't let it show fully, not completely, but at the same time, you don't create distance either. You stay right there, close enough to feel it, but not close enough to define it. And that's what makes it different. Because if it didn't matter, you would have stepped away by now. You would have made it simple, clear, easy to manage, but you didn't. Instead, you adjusted. You pulled your words back, softened your tone, kept things light when they could have gone deeper. You chose restraint, not absence, and they did the same. You notice it in the way they stop themselves too. A sentence that almost says more, but changes direction at the last second. A reaction that feels real, but gets covered with something casual. They hold it in, just like you. But they don't disappear. They stay present, consistent, still there in every moment that matters. And that's where the contradiction lives. You both act like nothing is happening, but neither of you walks away. You don't push forward, but you don't pull back either. You exist in this middle space, where everything is controlled, but nothing is distant. And over time, that becomes impossible to ignore. Because distance is easy. When something feels complicated, people usually step back, create space, protect themselves. But you didn't do that. Neither of you did. Instead, you stayed close. Even when it would have been easier to create distance. Even when it would have been simpler to treat it like nothing. You didn't, because something keeps you there. Something that feels stronger than the need to avoid it. So you manage it instead. You keep things balanced, careful, controlled. You don't cross the line, but you don't leave the line either. And they mirror that perfectly. They stay just as close, just as present. Never too far, never completely gone. And that consistency says more than anything else. Because people don't stay this close to something they don't feel. They don't hold back this carefully unless there's something worth holding. So even without words, even without clarity, you both remain. Right there, in each other's space. Not revealing everything, but not letting go either. And that's when it becomes clear. You're not hiding it because it's weak. You're hiding it because it's strong enough that walking away was never really an option. Number 3, you feel understood without explaining. You don't have to explain, not everything, not the important parts, because somehow they already understand. You say less, but it still lands. A short sentence, a simple reaction, even silence, and they get it. Not partially, not vaguely, exactly. And that's what feels different. Because with most people, you have to clarify. You have to add more. You have to make sure they understood what you meant. But here, you don't. Things just connect. You leave something unfinished, and they fill in the rest. You hint at something small, and they understand the full meaning behind it. You don't have to spell it out, because they're already there. And it works both ways. You understand them too, in ways that don't make sense at first. You notice what they don't say. You catch what they hold back. You feel the meaning behind their tone, behind their pauses, behind their silence. And somehow, you're right. Not guessing, not assuming, knowing. You respond to things they never clearly expressed, and it fits. Like you were already on the same page without needing to turn it. And that's when it starts to feel different. Because this isn't just communication, it's alignment. Something deeper than words. You don't rely on explanations, you rely on feeling. And that feeling stays consistent across different moments, different conversations, different moods. No matter how simple things look on the surface, there's always something understood underneath. You don't question it because it keeps proving itself again and again in small, quiet ways. A look that says enough, a pause that carries meaning, a moment of silence that doesn't feel empty but full of something unspoken but completely clear. And the strange part, you don't even think about it anymore. It becomes natural, expected. You trust that they'll understand, and they trust that you will too. Without asking, without confirming. And that kind of understanding doesn't happen easily. It doesn't come from surface-level connection. It comes from something deeper, something that's already built itself without needing permission. Because when two people feel something real, they don't always need words to prove it. Sometimes they just know. And here, that knowing is enough. Enough to feel it, enough to recognize it, even if nothing has been said. Because some things don't need to be explained when they're already understood. And then, you reach the part you don't ignore anymore. Do you say it, or do you leave it as it is? Because right now, nothing is broken. Nothing feels wrong. Everything still exists in a way that works. Unspoken, undefined, but understood. And maybe that's why you hesitate. Because the moment you say something, you change it. You take something quiet and make it real. And real comes with risk. What if it shifts too much? What if it loses the balance that made it feel easy? What if saying it doesn't bring you closer, but complicates everything? So you pause. You question it. Not the feeling, that part is already clear. But what happens if you act on it? Because keeping it unspoken feels safe. But at the same time, it doesn't feel uncertain anymore. And that's when you start to notice something. This isn't just coming from you. It shows up in them too. The same consistency, the same quiet patterns, the same way they respond, again and again. It's not occasional, it's not random, it's steady. And that's what changes everything. Because now, it's not a question. You're not guessing anymore, you're recognizing. Recognizing something that has been there on both sides, without needing confirmation, without needing to be said. It's mutual, and somehow you've both known that for a while. You just never said it out loud. So you stop asking if it's real. That part no longer matters. What matters is, it's there. It's been there. In the way you understand each other. In the way you stay close even when you hold back. In the way your attention always returns to the same place. It didn't appear suddenly. It built itself, quietly, naturally. And now, it's too consistent to ignore. So you leave it where it is. Not hidden, not fully expressed, just accepted. Because some things don't need to be forced into words to prove they exist. Some feelings don't need to be announced to be real. They're already shared. Already understood. And maybe that's what makes them matter. Not what's said, not what's defined, but what exists, even in silence.